A loud bang awakened me in the middle of the night. The whole place was dark. I had difficulty recognizing where I was. I must have been dreaming, I sighed, as my mother's voice came from the door. Miguel, has las maletas a yam piso? She yelled in Spanish. Miguel, pack your bags. It started. I was curious as to what had happened. Started. What has? I sat perplexed, unsure what she was talking about. It seemed unreal. I struggled to find my way out of the darkness, eventually succeeding after many trips and falls. My mom was nowhere to be found. I found myself in our hallway, surrounded by dozens of unfamiliar faces whose origins I had no idea about. Then I realized I wasn't in my room, and the hallway looked almost identical to the one in our house, but different, as the holes in the walls gave it away. I'm not at home anymore, am I? I looked at the strange faces as I inquired, surprised. Everything seemed scary. The strange faces gathered around me had leaves stuck in their mouths and were half naked, as if I were in another world. It reminded me of a movie I saw. Apocalypto, if my memory serves. They kept chanting words that I couldn't understand. Words that terrified me even more. Ak melk schhtz sqq umber lex sfch. What is this? What's happening? My mind jolted as I found myself unable to run. My legs appeared to be firmly pinned to the ground. Ak melk. Stop. I yelled, agonized, and prayed it wasn't real. Ak. I said stop. Please stop. I cried, but all of my pleas were ignored. Stop, stop, stop. I was wide awake again, but this time not in my bedroom. The loud chatter of what appeared to be happy children filled my ears as I tried to figure out where I was. Helium is the second element on the periodic table. My eyes were drawn to the girl who spoke. Helium. What? I stood like a statue, gazing at the eager eyes seated in front of me. They all appeared to be in grade school and looked very young. I gasped at the sudden realization of my situation. Teach, you look so tense, said a different student, drawing my attention. She had pure hazel eyes that could pierce one's soul at any time, as well as a murderous stare that I hadn't noticed before. Oh, I'm dreaming again, I laughed to myself before turning to face the board. Welcome to your worst nightmare. It stared me in the face, the words on the whiteboard. What is this? I retreated shakily, as I read the words aloud. They were written in actual blood, which almost made me vomit. I turned back to face the dozen staring eyes that could almost drill me to the bone. They had all risen to their feet, and were cackling with malicious expressions. Welcome to your worst nightmare. They all spoke aloud, and then a lad in their midst said, I would run if I were you, Teach, scowling. I dashed to my heels, needing no one to tell me, and found myself back in the hallway, where I had met my unexpected visitors. I must be stuck in a loop, I sighed and lowered myself to the ground. I was unsure what to do next, frustrated and stuck. Then I heard a voice. It was not just any voice. Miguel. Mom? Miguel. I hollered and rose to my feet, Mom. But the voice had disappeared. I was tired and wished nothing more than to return home. Cold shivers raced up my spine as I lowered myself back to the ground. I hadn't felt as cold as I did right there in years. What is this? I had a thought. No, it can't be. My mind roared back to life. Mom had never been there. Because she was already dead.